And I think we're live there. Waiting for it to show up on. Yep, there we are. We're live now, country. Yeah, welcome in everybody. A little bit late there. We had us NVIDIA graphics update that decided didn't want to let us go live, so had to fix that real quick. We in here now. We in here. We got Big Country in the house with us up here.
Going on, everybody?
We adjust your volume. You're a little quiet now. Oh, did you updated your graphics driver, right? Check your audio. Make sure it's up where it should be. Before I turn you up on mine.
Yeah, everything should be good.
I'm turning you up then. There we go. There we go. There we go. What up, Sparky in the building, Crouch in the building, Sean in the building. Thank you guys for all coming through. Much appreciated. Just up here getting a few things done, getting Country turned up on his volume a little bit because he was a little quiet there. Hey, yo, say something again, Country?
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2.
Yeah. How's the sound in stream there, everybody? How's the music sound? How does it sound to us? We had the graphics update, and I know sometimes it messes with the audio, so we just got to double check. Oh shoot! What up, Jacob? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you guys for coming through. Like I said, anybody that's in here, let me know how the audio sounds. How does the music sound? How does it sound to our voice? Lefty, okay, okay. Everything sounded good. Can you guys hear Country okay? You know, say a few things, Country.
What's going on, everybody? Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2.
Yeah, you're super quiet. Let me double check my Discord settings because I have you all the way up to 125, and it's still got you super quiet.
Is that better?
Oh yeah, much better.
All right.
There we go.
Let's go.
Now we're back to where you were. Yeah, now you guys can hear Country, right? You don't hear any music whatsoever?
Mic.
How about that? Can you hear the music now? All right, let me know if it's too loud. I just have to crank it up a little bit here. You want me to boost both of us a little bit? Okay, I can boost both of us a little bit too. We can take care of that. Say something in country for the folks.
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2.
It's my first time doing a stream like this with somebody else, so like on the Discord at the same time. Normally I have Discord turned down some.
I feel honored.
Yeah, normally I have Discord turned down a little bit, so. Let me check here. Yeah, Discord's all the way up. Hey, does that sound better now? I got him turned up. I got the music turned up. Can you hear me okay?
Everybody can hear us.
Sweet. Music's still super low. It doesn't need to be like crazy. It's just more echoey though. What's echoey? What's echoey? Hang on. Let me pull it up on my phone so I can hear it too. So I can hear what you're saying. It's echoey. Country's got an echo?
Uh-oh.
Why does country have an echo? Say something for me, country.
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. Can everybody hear me? Does it sound like I still got an echo? Hello, hello. Imagine that country comes in and fucks it up. Ain't even do nothing.
Yeah, you do have an echo. I'm trying to figure out why. Talk again for me now. I just turned the music off.
Let's see. It's still got an echo. Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. Can you hear me?
I'm waiting for it to make it to it. It's on a little bit of a delay.
Alright.
Yeah, so you're pulling through with the music for some reason because there's no echo when the music's on. So let me see why you're pulling in with the music.
Can you hear me?
I'm waiting for it to make it to it. It's on a little bit of a delay.
Alright.
Yeah, so you're pulling through with the music for some reason because there's no echo when the music's on. What up, everybody? Sydney, how we doing? How we doing? Biscuit Cakes in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Country, try talking again for me. I just fixed the music again.
Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. Echo or no echo?
What up, Fedora? What up, what up, what up? Okay, so now the echo's out, and I just got to get the volume right, guys. Let me know how the volume sounds to the music. Damn, country coming up in here just fucking this shit up.
I'm telling you, it ain't even have nothing to do with it. It's crazy. That's why we got that country special on the flyer. Is that a little bit better? I turned
I'm
my
waiting for it to make to the phone. Yeah, we're good now. We're good. Sounds a lot better. Sounds a lot better. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Country just came up in here and fucked this shit all up, everybody. See what happened? See what happened? Country comes in here, just fucking shit up. We can't even have nothing nice around here. You do realize that is why we have on my IT sheet, there's a country special at the bottom. There's a reason why we have that country special. So now you guys know. So, no, thanks for everybody coming in. We already got a bunch of people in here. We're going to be covering just a mixture of different things pertaining to getting your affiliate status, and then also just new streaming tips in general. So we're going to be talking about different things from networking to just how to help grow your community, different things you can do to get your content out there, stuff like that. So that's going to be kind of a mixture of what we're covering. As you can see, we have on the screen right now to start the path to affiliate stuff. But Country, you got anything for him before we get started?
No, I mean, this is definitely going to help all those that are non-affiliate, especially for us starting out that we didn't have this kind of information. We were all going into it blind. So hopefully this helps at least, somebody. So.
All right, guys. So we're going to get into it here. The first thing that we were going to cover is just your path to affiliate. Anybody that is not an affiliate, in order to find this section here, if you go to your creator dashboard, and your creator dashboard, go to your analytics drop down. Oh, why is it highlighting everything? That's weird. And then go to your achievements, and then go to your path to affiliate. It should be the first one that shows up for you. You may have the It Begins or Building a Community as well. But we're going to go in here to the path to affiliate section. Exactly, Sydney. This is why we don't have nice things. This is exactly why we don't have nice things. So under the path to affiliate section, you'll see the requirements in order to make affiliate. You have to complete these within a rolling 30 days. Once you reach 50 followers, obviously, unless you go back under 50 followers, you don't got to worry about it. But the other three, you have to reach within a rolling 30 days. So from basically, if you started today, you have 30 days to make it. Otherwise, today's going to fall off. And so the way that works is it's just basically, if you take a day off, you add a day to the front. Take a day off, add a day to the front. So if you have a really good day of like 100 viewers today, or 100 viewers 30 days ago, tomorrow that 100 viewer one might fall off, and then you have, say, you got a massive raid or something from somebody, but you didn't quite make the meet because you had too many streaming hours. And we'll cover averages later, but you had too many streaming hours, so the raid didn't bump you up enough, and then that day's going to fall off, so it's going to drop your numbers tremendously. So we'll talk about how the averages work here a little bit later, but you have essentially a rolling 30 days to complete these bottom three. So stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days, and then your average of 3 viewers. You want to talk about any of those, Country, before we get, or I guess we'll skip on the average till the end, but you want to talk about either of these other two?
So I would say to make it, I guess the most efficient is in those 7 days, I would limit it to like 1 to 2 hour streams. That'll definitely push the best results out of your average viewers. Not saying that you can only play the game for 2 hours, but until you hit your affiliate, I would definitely limit your streams to the 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, and to add to what Country was saying, kind of, and this is going to go into more of the average talk, you have to have at least one day that's over, or a couple days over the hour. Like if you go to an hour and a half or whatever, just so you reach your 8 hours in the 7 days. This 7 days is also 7 different days. So the clock resets. I don't know if it's a midnight reset exactly, but your streams have to be 24 hours apart. Basically, is the easiest way to say it. So if you stream at 10 o'clock tonight, streaming at 10 a.m. tomorrow, it may overlap that way. So you want to make sure you have them spread out at least 24 hours apart between the streams in order to make sure that you're not streaming on the same day technically. Because if you stream past, I think it's midnight East Coast is where it sets. So if you stream past midnight East Coast, now you've streamed in both days on one stream. So that doesn't count as different days. So that kind of messes it up. So streaming like midday is like the easiest way to get this. Or just skipping a day in between streams, either way. But then for the averages, like what Country was saying, if you keep your stream time down, because this is an average of viewers across all hours streamed. So if you streamed for 10 hours and you have an average of 2, it's going to be a lot easier to get to that average of 3 than it is if you have a stream for 70 hours at an average of 2. you have a lot larger gap to make up that way. So the best way to maintain it is to just start your stream, and within the first 30 to 45 minutes, if you don't have 3 viewers, cut it off, try again tomorrow. If you're over the 3 viewers, if you're right at 3 or, say 5, stream your hour to 2 hours and cut it off. If you're over 5, stream, an extra couple hours if you have to help break some of that average back down. So if you're way negative, if you have 5+, it's going to help you bring that average back to being positive faster. So somebody who streamed for 70 hours at 1 to 2 viewers is going to need a lot more time over 3 than somebody who only has 10 hours. So the less you stream under the average of 3 before you're an affiliate, the better off you're going to be. And we're going to talk about networking a little bit later with Newfie and with Marcus, and they're going to kind of cover how they network and help build their channels. They both got amazingly growing channels, rapidly growing, I guess I should say. So they're going to be a good purpose for that. But essentially, if you have over 5 viewers in your stream an extra couple hours, it's going to help boost that number. But if you drop back down below that 5 or you start scratching that 3, just cut the stream off so you don't go back into the negatives. But that's going to be like best kind of scenario for it, just to hit your affiliate. Once you hit your affiliate, stream all you want, do whatever. Like, it doesn't matter if you drop back down below 3 average. There are obviously things that'll help you out on that back end, like not streaming as often, actually supporting some people and making friends, and that'll help boost you up too.
And that ties right back into the whole networking.
Exactly. Do you have anything else on the averages there, Country?
No, I mean, we're getting talking about raids here in a little bit, but that'll also tie into your networking as well as helping other non-affiliates. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. And then also for the averages portion of things, so say you are one of those people who have streamed for, say you've streamed for 50 hours across, the last 30 days and you're way negative. You're down in that 0.7, 1.5 range somewhere. What you could do is you could, and what I would recommend doing is take a week off from streaming to knock some of those hours off and spend that week networking to get people to your channel. So you can still play your games, do whatever, but don't stream for a week to help lower that average down. I guess raise the average, lower your stream hours down, excuse me. And then spend that week networking. It's going to benefit you so much. If you were to spend the week networking and let your average even back out with your hours streamed, that next time that you go live the following week, you're going to have a lot of people coming in because you took that time to go out to their streams and go get to know them. And when I talk about getting to know them and networking, like I said, we're going to cover that a little bit later in depth, like really in depth on networking, because that's one of the biggest things about this in general. You got anything for that, Country? Like, I'm kind of what we're talking about there.
Yeah, no, I mean, and a good way to make those genuine connections is to go into people's streams and just have a conversation with them. Get to know who they are as a person as well as a streamer. Not just go in there and just spam emotes. You know what I mean? Actually have a one-on-one conversation with these people, and by you showing that you are a genuine individual and not just trying to do a follow for follow or whatever that case may be. If you show these genuine connections, they're going to be like, oh, like this person's, a really good person, and I would like to help them as much as they help me.
Yep, and then Sparky just brought up a good point there. Is to network more than you stream, and that was something we were going to cover as like a final topic at the end of this, but I'm going to hit on it now since we brought it up. Streaming is like the majority of streaming, if you want this to be like a long-term, like successful goal, the majority of what you do for your stream is going to be what you do offline. What up, Captain? Call me for good one. Thank you for being here. Sparky's still in here. Jack Outcast, thank you. Ziv came in the building. Crouch is still here. Sydney's still here. Lefty's still here. Thank you guys all for being in here. But what I was saying is like about 70% of what you do to boost your stream is going to be done not live streaming.
Yep.
So you have your your 30% live streaming, and everything else on the back end is what's going to build it.
I would almost argue to say that it's like 80% or better. is what it's gonna be. Because I mean, you can stream all day, especially when it comes to Twitch. The algorithm isn't made for just people discovering you. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your name and your presence out there way more than you just pressing the go live button and hoping that you have, 20, 30 people come in to watch you. It happens, it's not to say that it doesn't happen, but the likelihood of it continuing to happen and to be a success for you is unlikely. And that's just how Twitch is. It's sad to say.
Yeah, and we got Captain saying he's alive. Captain was up all night with us last night watching the UFC fights. This man didn't go to bed till like 6 a.m. in the morning. I see you in here, Biscuit Cake. I see you, and then the Killer Kids too. I see you in here. Thank you. But yeah, like what Country was saying is like the 80, 20, 70, 30. Either way you cut it, the majority of what you do to benefit your stream is going to be done offline. We're going to cover a whole bunch of different stuff as we ride through here to talk about that as well. This is just kind of a base overview for the path to affiliate, and we're going to get really in depth with a lot of things here as we go through. But like I said, for the basics, 50 followers, that's relatively not hard, especially once you start doing the networking like we're going to talk about. Stream for 8 hours, that's easy. People can stream for 8 hours. Stream on 7 different days, that one's easy too. The really hard one is this average, and that's where the networking is going to come in handy. And like I said, we're gonna get deep into that later in this stream with Newfie and Marcus if they both manage to make it in here. I know they were both having some things going on today, so if not, me and Country will be covering it. You'll get the lesser of the two, out of the networkers. I mean, I network a lot, Country networks a lot, but Newfie and Marcus take it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
Mr. V in the house. Thank you, Mr. V. Thank you for being here. So we're going to move on to, we already talked about streaming once a day. We talked about the viewer count averages. We're going to get really in depth with that shortly as well. Another thing to think about is, Zombie Man, what up, Zombie Man? Is your viewers and your chatters. So there's a difference in your stream when you're looking at it. You have your viewer count and then you have your chatter count. So if you look in the top right-hand corner of your stream, you have this little box and you can see who's in here in your chat that are counting as chatters. Just because there's names here does not mean they count as viewers. So if somebody has too many streams opened up, they may not be counting as a viewer on your channel. If somebody's using like multi-stream and they're watching multiple people at once on multi-stream, they don't count as a viewer on your channel. They show up in the chatters, they can chat with you, they can be talking with you, they can be actively engaging with you. They don't count as a viewer through multi-stream. But on the flip side, people cannot be in the chat box and still be a viewer. So if I were to pull you up on Twitch and I don't have an account, like if I pull Twitch up on just a web browser without an account logged in, I can't talk to you, so I'm not a chatter, but I still count as a viewer. That is actually in Twitch's guidelines, that you do not have to have an account to be a viewer. As long as the video's playing, then you're a viewer. The audio doesn't have to be on. It can be on mute. It doesn't have to be at one volume. It doesn't have to be unmuted. It doesn't have to be any of that. It says right on Twitch's webpage, as long as the video is playing, you count as a viewer. So, but that's kind of like the differencing between that. So if somebody is actively chatting, that doesn't necessarily mean they're a viewer. Yeah, I mean, kind of on that, Country, kind of talk about the differences, or just in general.
And this is just my take on it, and it's everybody has their own. It's a personal preference. When I'm streaming, I like to have my viewer count off. Simply to just is as if I have 1 or 0. I'm just in there having a good time. You know what I mean? Sometimes, depending on that number, sometimes it affects the way that you stream. You know what I mean? And you definitely don't want that to limit you.
Yep, I would agree with that. Turning the viewer count off is actually one of the best things that I heard from anybody. After you're an affiliate, though, in my opinion, before you're an affiliate, you need to make sure you're watching that so you can get your averages. So after you're an affiliate, I would definitely say turn it off and treat it like you have 100 people in there all day long. Me personally, I have a hard time doing that just because, like, the engagement side of things, like if I'm not actively being engaged with, like, I can't just like talk about nothing to nobody. I have to have like if I'm in a chat with somebody, like if me and Captain are playing Rocket League and Country are playing Rocket League or COD, and we're in a voice chat, comms are gonna be crazy. But like if it's just me playing a game, like I can't just talk to myself, so I have to have that engagement. But if you can manage that, it's gonna help you out crazy. You got hauled out of the house, not a problem, Marcus, not a problem. If Newfie can't make it in, we'll take care of it, bro. It's all good. I appreciate you trying, man. I appreciate you trying to make it in here. Yeah, so definitely though, like if you have the opportunity after you're an affiliate to turn your viewers off, it's gonna do you so much better because you just like you're treating your chat as if there's somebody there all the time, regardless of it. That's definitely some of the best info I've gotten to. All right, so then we're next going to talk about rating. So if your account is new, and by new I mean you just made it, you can't technically raid anybody until your account is 30 days old, unless they change their settings. So by what I mean by that is if you go into create a dashboard, settings, and channel, I believe is where it's at. Oh, it's under moderation. There are raid settings. Oh no, it is under moderation. Under stream. Yeah, there we are. It's under stream. So if you go to your create a dashboard, go to settings and go to stream and scroll down. Here's the raid info. So I currently have my channel set so that anybody can raid me. Your account only has to be a day old and you can raid me. I'm not worried about bots raiding me and stuff because I run the Kuma bot. We talk about that all the time on the channel. I'm not going to cover it right now. But this basically lets anybody raid you. This standardly is set to 30 days. So if your account isn't 30 days old, you normally can't raid somebody. So if you want to be able to raid somebody, set it up ahead of time. Be like, hey, I'm going to be streaming soon. I would like to raid you when I'm done. I notice you stream after me every day. Like, would you mind changing these settings so that I can raid you because my account's not 30 days old yet? Obviously, it'd be harder to do that with people you don't know. So, you know, there's that little bit of a leeway there. You can also, if you have a friend that has an older account, have them change their settings. And whether they're online or not, you can raid them. And then they can push your raid to somebody else and just say, hey, it's a raid from so-and-so. So like if you have your stuff set to where, like, you know, if you can't raid yet, but you raid me, and then I can push that raid to country for you, and then you can say, hey, you know, it's a raid from so and so. His account's just not old enough to raid on his own yet. Calling for a good one says, all I can say is never lurk. Always chat. Make sure every stream you're in, the streamer sees you there, acknowledges that you're there, make yourself known. Yep, exactly. Leave your notifications on and click every damn link that pops up. Yep. And that we'll be talking about all that as well. Marcus will definitely be covering that within the networking side of things, but 100% facts right there. But once again, this raid thing only applies to people who have an account that's less than 30 days old. If you've been watching Twitch with your own account for, you know, a year, 6 months, a month, 2 months, whatever, then this doesn't apply to you because your account's over 30 days old. When you go to get back into the raiding, when you go to raid somebody, there's different ways to do it. My favorite way to do it is just to come into my chat and I raid out. So I'll find somebody that's online. I'll just go through my onlines. I know 40-year-old bot right here is online. So we're just going to go to 40's channel. Oop. I'll just grab the end of his, I'll always open their channel to make sure they're live. And then I grab just the tail end of their tag. So now I know he's online. I'll come back to my channel, /raid space username. Hit enter, and it's going to create a raid, and it's going to tell you how many people are going to go over with the raid. Once those people go over, once it counts everybody up, currently there's a few people on my channel. I can go ahead and hit raid now, and it's going to raid over to 40-year-old bot. Once it raids, if he has pop-up commercials when you first get there, I don't have to worry about that now because I already had a page open. So I don't get those pop-ups when I raid across. So when he shouts me out when I first jump in, I can hear what he's saying and I can answer him back because I'll already have the channel open. If you raid and then let the channel take you there. Now you have to sit through those pre-rolls and you're going to miss everything he says. Do you got any on that country?
Yeah, I mean, rating is a great way to definitely push uh more for your networking. It shows that person that instead of just using your viewers and just, for lack of better terms, just let them die, you're extending that helpful hand to the next person, and then that person can go ahead and raid out, and then they're extending it, and so on and so forth. So by just letting, just ending stream, that's it's definitely can be done. I mean, but as far as like networking, it really helps. It really helps get your name out there. That you were willing to take the viewers that are so graciously to watch you, and now extend them to another person that may be struggling with viewers and may also be pushing for affiliate. So it definitely makes you look good, and all in all, it's just good for the community as a streamer as well.
Yeah, especially when people raid you. So like when
Yeah,
Newfie comes and
definitely.
raids you, or Marcus comes and raids you, or Squirtle or Sydney, or me or Country. If somebody raids you and they're raiding you with 15, 20 people, don't just end your stream when it's over. Pass
Yep.
that buck along.
Yep.
They raided you. People hung out. Some of them may just be lurking because they were lurking in the previous stream, but those
Yep.
lurkers still count as viewers. Pass them off to somebody else. And in my opinion, always raid somebody who could use the raid over somebody who's not going to notice the raid. So
Yep.
pass it to another non-affiliate. Pass it to another person that's sitting at 1, 2, 3 viewers,
Yep.
because it's going to cheer them up and help them grow as a streamer and help them want to reach out and reach back. And you guys can build that camaraderie where you guys send stuff back and forth. Where
Yep.
if I take a channel and say I've got 3 viewers and I go raid someone who's sitting at 50 or 100 viewers, they may shout you out, hey, thanks for the raid, but like, that's it.
Yep.
You're like, there's really nothing there. Like, you're not going to benefit as much rating somebody that's at 50 to 100 views as you're going to benefit if you rate somebody that's at 0 to 10 viewers, because they're going to notice you when you come in there. They're going to be like, hey, oh, look at this. Yeah, they chose, there's all these big name streamers and they came and chose me to raid.
Yep.
There's all
Exactly.
these other people they could have went and raided, and they chose to raid me. And then they're gonna shout you out, and their community's gonna see that, whatever they have in there. So you can build that camaraderie, and if they play the same games you play, maybe you guys can co-stream together.
Yep.
Help each other out. But me personally, always picking somebody who can benefit from the raid is gonna do you better, and it's gonna do them better than it is to raid to somebody who's not gonna notice it or not gonna acknowledge it.
Exactly. And it doesn't really take much effort on the streamer's side to just do a raid. It's a few extra clicks, you know,
Yep.
and it's possible for your viewers to now see somebody they never would have found had you not raided out. They would have never known this person existed or even streamed had you not done this raid.
Yep.
And they
Exactly.
may like the content they put out.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I was over in I'm gonna shout out my buddy K Stims. I was over in his chat, hanging out, laughing, having a good time, and he rated me out to one of his buddies, J Dibs. Some of you guys might know J Dibs. I've shouted him out to a
Yeah.
couple of you guys. I've shown a couple of you guys his streams. I would have never met J Dibs or been in his stream had I never, had K Stims not ever rated me out
Exactly.
to him. Dude puts on a fucking amazing stream. He's always like, he plays the drums in his stream. He gets up and dances. He freaking, he's got
Yep.
all kinds of cool stuff going on. And I would have never found him had K Stims not just rated him that one day. So you
Exactly.
never know who you're gonna put people onto.
Yep. And
Um,
in my case, and just one more note on my case,
oh yeah,
when it comes to rating, I like seeing that person light up from that raid. They may have just thought about like ending stream, blah blah blah, and if I can bring them in with just 3 or 4 people, much less 15, 20, that may give them the boost in energy and mindset to like, hey, I want to keep going, because some people get discouraged, especially when you're pushing for affiliate, because for some folks it can be difficult.
yep,
And so if I can help them, give them that boost, and I'll always do that.
Yeah, and I'm not going to call anybody out by name, but it was a similar thing that happened in The Rock just a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
Somebody was streaming, they were feeling a little down, like they thought they were just going to log off and call it quits for the night, and like they said on stream, guys, we're just going to go ahead and end it. Someone came in with a 15-person raid, or I think it was like might have been like a 20-person raid, and the
yep,
stream was lit the rest of the night. Like the
yep.
stream was lit
That's
for
all it
hours
takes.
after
One
that.
and and just one act of kindness. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes.
Yep. Went from like 5 viewers to like 25 viewers, and the stream went from all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end stream here to being like completely lit. It was an
Yep,
amazing stream.
yep.
So I mean, it's just that little bit of a bump could really boost somebody, and you never know. Like, there's tons of streamers out there that just don't have the opportunity to show what they can do because there's
Yep.
nobody there for them to interact with and like
Yep.
have fun with. Like,
Exactly.
like Newfie, even like, and just to point Noof out, like when I first met Noof and first watched Noof stream, he was relatively new at that point, and to where he's at now is like 9 day difference in what he does during his streams,
Exactly.
and that's all possible just based off of getting a few people in there and starting to have fun.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly.
we talked about network versus chatter. We talked about rating out. Um, so a little bit of time before Nuki was going to be able to make it in, if he was able to make it still. So you want to talk about socials and
Yeah, we can do
expanding your
that.
network side? Why
Yeah.
don't you take it
Yeah.
off?
So, especially starting out new is a good way for you to get all your other socials started. That way, as you grow, so do they. You know what I'm saying? Not as where like me and Wicked's case, where we already started streaming, been streaming for a while, and we're like, oh, well, let's go ahead and start these other ones like TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and all those things. So as if you start them out early and get those in the back of your mind and start grabbing clips and making content that you can post those, daily or weekly or whatever, uh, they'll kind of grow in equal to each other. One thing that I was told a while back was that if you stream with your camera on, people are more likely to recognize your face rather than your gamer logo. They'll see your face and be like, "Oh, that's such and such on Twitch." Whereas if I put my logo up, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's Big Country," but they wouldn't put two and two together. They wouldn't, understand who is who. Uh, but definitely if you get your social started now, not to say that go ahead and grind out and getting clips and editing clips and all that such stuff, but if you get those started and start to promote those as your channel grows, um, it's easy. It'll be easier for you to get those views and to gain a community that way than having already started and getting established Twitch or whatever platform you stream on, and then trying to make everybody go to the others.
Yep. Yeah, and there's multiple opportunities out there, and it lets you take the opportunity to try and reserve your name on all those channels, so you can all be
Exactly.
branded the same across all of them. Where instead of other people managing, you'll get them later. It
Yep.
gives you the opportunity to hit a different viewer count. So if you're on your Facebook, and instead of using your personal profile, use your gaming profile to go post in all these different pages. People are going to
Exactly.
recognize the gaming profile. If you go, if you're on your TikTok's labeled under your gaming profile, you're going to get follows there. It's a good way to
Yep.
drive people to your other channels.
Yep.
So if you post a going live video on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and put your Twitch link in all those posts, it's going to get people from all the different socials to
Yep.
one platform.
Yep.
There's also different ways that you can go about using the socials. You can get a link tree even if you want to. I think I have the. Let me
And
check
while
it
he
out
gets that,
here.
when like gets that pulled up is especially like with something in this day and age, people don't have the attention span that we once did. So for short form content seems to be all the craze nowadays. So if people look at your TikToks and your Facebook Reels or your YouTube Shorts or your Instagram Reels, they see that and they see the content that you're putting out, they'll be like, "Hey, I want to catch this live. Like I want to be the person that sees this live before the rest of the internet does." And that'll help draw people into your live streams. Your offline content and your networking are going to be the two biggest things that'll help your community grow rather than just pressing that live button and hoping that somebody comes in. You know.
Yep. And then, so if you look on the page here now, I have it on the left. You can see this is a link tree. It's free to make. I have a video on my YouTube here that shows you how to make it. It only takes about 5 minutes to set up the whole thing. But what you can do is you can tag all of your links in one section. And then all you do is you share your link tree out to people. And then it basically looks like this on their phone. And you can see here's my YouTube, my TikTok, my Twitter, my Twitch, my gaming, and the Discord that me and Captain run. I have to add the Rock in here as well, but this is the SB certified Discord, and then my Instagram. And so it'll have everything here where I hang out, and that lets you into what up, Chief? What up? What up? What up? What up? But that lets you put all of your socials out there with one link. So instead of dropping your Instagram, drop your TikTok, drop your Twitch, drop this, drop that, drop this, drop that, and it's 500 links all in one spot. It's all in one spot. One button gets them to this, and they can click each one and go like each page. Super simple, super easy, and an easy way to get it out there.
They do have free and paid versions, so you don't have to worry about paying nothing to get this. This is a free service that they offer, and you can get this and post this on all your socials.
Yeah, they offer an upgrade that gives you a few extra things if you want it. There are other ones out there too. There's other services other than Linktree that do this. Linktree is just the one that I happen to use. There are multiple of other services that are the same kind of similar thing where it lets you link everything together. What up, Only Bear? Thank you for coming through. Much appreciated. But yeah, it's gonna be super, super good. Wrong one, Chief. We're not on Twitch. We're on YouTube right now, bro. But yeah, so it's going to help you build all your socials and get all your socials out there. Yeah, you can link that too, Crouchy, if you wanted to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But by growing your socials, when you start, if you start and you follow some people and they follow you back, it's boosting those socials. If you post a clip here, post a clip there, like Country was saying, and you post up something super funny, people are like, oh, I want to go check this guy out. Let's go watch him live the next time you go live. Kind of like what Country was saying. Like it's just a way to get your face out there on more than just Twitch. And that's going to be part of the networking thing that we're going to cover here shortly. But being everywhere is the best way to network.
Yeah.
So getting onto TikTok and following other people, liking their videos, getting people to like your videos, sharing Twitter. Twitter's amazing. I didn't start using Twitter until a few months ago, and like Twitter is huge for networking. Just sharing other people's posts, commenting on their posts, having actual conversations with people on their Twitter posts will get people to share your posts out for you. And when they share your post out, right, that's hitting all of their followers, not just your followers at that point. So you're getting even more views and more views.
And one thing when it comes to these different social platforms, if you make one clip, it's okay to post that same clip to 3 different platforms, 4 different platforms. You don't have to make a certain video for TikTok, a certain video for Instagram, a certain video for Facebook. You don't have to do that. You can post those different. Now, if you want to set it up to where you have different forms of content, whether it's your short form, your mid content, or your long form content, you can do that. But starting out, you can post the same clips to all of those, because different people are going to see that video different ways. The person that may see it on TikTok may not even have a Facebook. They may have TikTok only. Same with YouTube. They may see it on YouTube and may not have nothing else.
Yep. And then it also helps you later on, like in my aspect, I don't live stream very often because I don't have the time to live stream. So Twitch really isn't the good outlet for me. And also the videos that I make long form content, searchable content on how to do things like what we're doing right now. So YouTube is a better platform for me. But if I happen to make my YouTube at the same time when I started my Twitch and actually started uploading clips opposed to just doing the long form content, I would have been able to have my YouTube growing before I started actually pushing for a partner on YouTube. I didn't officially, so I started streaming in April. I started my YouTube in May, but I was only putting up like 2 videos a month. It wasn't very much. Now, had I been putting up shorts the entire time that I was live streaming all the way up until August, I would have had much more of a following than when I stopped streaming on Twitch live and started moving to my YouTube content more often when my son started back in full-time school. because I was streaming in the mornings before I had to take him to preschool. Now that I'm, he has to get up at the same time and leave early, that was cutting into my streaming time. So, if I was doing that ahead of time, it would have helped me progress my YouTube before I actually moved to YouTube full time. Oops, said it's too late. Don't stop. Oh man. But yeah. So as far as the socials go, the more you can push yourself out there, the better you're gonna do. And there's other sites that you can use too to help you grab clips. So I actually got a invite to an alpha website called spikes.gg. And this spikes.gg actually grabs clips for you while you're streaming. So while you live stream, you can basically you type spike in your chat as soon as you go live, and then what happens is it grabs clips while you're live. So while you're playing, whatever you're doing, it's going to grab those clips. And then they recently added it to where you can edit those clips now too. So I can come in here, I can see the clip, I can watch it, I can download it, I can share it, or I don't know if they're eventually going to make this a paid for service. Currently, it's free up to X amount of times a month. I don't know if it's going to end up being. It's still an alpha, as you see up here at the top. So I don't know if what's going to end up being the end all be all once it's all said and done. So I'd get in early, and then once you're in early, it gives you the opportunities to see that other stuff. Let me go.
And you put exclamation point spike, or you just type in
just spike? Yeah, just spike.
Just spike. Okay.
Yeah, and it just lets you know, hey, like, you can also grab clips by typing spike. So if you type spike in your chat, only you can do it. As far as I've looked so far, they may be updating it later, but you can type spike in your chat and it'll actually grab a clip of right then and there. I put my link here in the chat. I'm able to invite people because it is an alpha. It was kind of, I don't know if everybody's able to sign up or if it's invite only, but I was invited, and I now have an invite link that I can invite other people. I put it in the chat here pinned if you guys all want to click on it and at least go log in. If you go log in, you have one, you can check it out. If you don't like it, don't use it. If you like it, use it. It's free. It's easy to check out. But like I was saying here, you can click the edit button, and when you click the edit button, it actually allows you to set your video up to edit to go to TikTok before you download it. So you can have this all set. You can get your camera views. You can get all that stuff set. Boom, bam, I got it set. And then you can adjust it to where you want it. So I can adjust my camera in here. That's kind of weird the way it's set up in there, but all right. But yeah, you can adjust your camera angles and get everything all ready to go. And then once you have it, it's because I'm not full size. That's why it's messed up. I don't have it on full screen. And you can even change it to where it's top and bottom. You can change it to where it's round, so it gives you like a round camera in one of the corners. Yep. And then your gameplay, you can pick which corner it's in. Once this is all done, you just hit save it, and then you can share it. You have X amount of them that you can use for free every month currently. But it does, like I said, I don't know what's going to end up being a paid for service later or what's not. So if you get in there and check it out, at least you're already in there. Like I said, the link's pinned at the top if anybody that has a Twitch wants to just log in and check it out, and just see what kind of clips it grabs. It's getting better. When I first started using it, it was grabbing like weird, like random clips, and like they didn't really line up too well, but it's getting progressively better, hence it being an alpha.
It's got good potential to be something great.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, there's tons and tons and tons of stuff that you can do. And under the For You section, it tells you like what kind of a clip it is. So, like this one doesn't have any reaction because I didn't have a camera. This one is like interesting, so I must have been talking about something that had my attention. Like if you're excited, like you can actually choose like if you're mad. So if you're a rager, you can click that and it'll show you any clips that has of you raging. If you're excited or scared, it has that kind of a breakdown too. So if you want to see like all your rage clips, you click the rage one and it shows you all your rage clips. Like so it breaks it down to where you can really narrow down your clips. And then you don't have to worry about going through Twitch and finding your clips. You don't have to worry about having a program to edit them because you do all that right here in the website.
Yep.
You don't have to have a video editor program. You don't have to have any of that stuff. And you can even do this from PlayStation or Xbox. If you don't have a computer to stream from, so say you don't have a computer, say you don't have a computer at all, so you can't even get editing software or nothing. You can literally use this. It sends you an email when it's done to say, hey, check out your clips. You can go to it from your phone and you can edit all this stuff up on your phone and post it to your socials. No computer needed. You don't have to have OBS. You don't have to have Streamlabs. You don't have to have any of that stuff. And you can still get badass clips.
And if you're anything like me, the less things that could possibly go wrong, the better.
Yep. So I mean, that's just something that's just like, a little, tip for anybody that's in here. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, it doesn't matter. It can help. It can help benefit anybody, especially if you're new to video editing. If you don't want to learn how to work a video editor, or you just don't know how to work a video editor, this is super, super. I mean, you just see me doctor one up real quick. Obviously, I didn't like trim it down, but you can trim it down and stuff. I assume eventually they'll start letting you put text in there and stuff like that. And they go back, I think when you first start, you only get like 14 videos. But as I've gone on, it's been allowing me more and more. I don't know if it's just from how me having my account for longer or whatever. But the potential's there. So CapCut, yeah, go ahead. You can talk about it right now.
No.
We're talking about socials. So I mean, if you want to bring it up, go for it.
Well, CapCut's it's another free software that you can use for formatting clips as well. Very user friendly. You can I believe it has a mobile version. The way I use it is I use it on my my PC. Like I said, very user friendly. You can set it up for 16:9, which is your short form content for YouTube and Facebook Reels and stuff like that. Because some of those sites, they do require the videos to be in that format in order for it to be posted and be labeled as a short form. We can always make a stream later on and make how-to videos, so you can see how to use that software.
Yeah, for sure. The CapCut's a free one. There's a few other free ones. I'll get a list of all the free ones for our next stream, and we can talk about that. And then we can even just do a demonstration of how to use them.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
I've been using it for a while, so we could definitely.
What's up, Cricket Gamer? How you doing, man? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. Much appreciated. And like I said, the notes at the top there. For anybody that wants to use that spikes.gg, though, definitely go check it out. Even if you don't use it, still go check it out and just see if you like it. Give it a test run. If you don't like it, don't use it, and come back to it in a month and see what they've updated and try it again. If the sooner you get in there, the more likely you'll be able to get some of the stuff before they make it whatever their full site's going to be. If you already have an account, they might, let you just doctor it, grandfather in and be able to use the software and stuff. You never know what they're going to do with it. You want to talk about engaging with your streamers or engaging with your chatters and stuff, as far as like networking within your own stream and just keeping people in content?
A good thing, especially starting out, a good way to engage with that is like at a certain point in your stream, whether it's the beginning or like you want to take a break from actually playing, but don't necessarily want to like just cut stream because you don't feel, maybe you have like 5 or 6 viewers, whatever it is. If you just go into a just chatting screen where you can just sit there and you're blowing up on camera, and you can engage with everybody, that'll, for one, help you get used to talking on stream, which is a big deal. Some people get kind of, they're not used to it. It's new for a lot of people, and also it'll be more impressionable for your viewers. Because some people, they just throw up a gaming screen and they just play and talk at the same time. But you taking the time out of your stream and just purely talking to everybody that's in chat shows that you really do care about those that are spending the time with you. And like I said, it helps you get comfortable with the whole streaming thing. Because you could easily talk and play at the same time. But to take that time, and the only thing that you're doing is just talking. You don't have that crutch of playing the game at the same time to kind of like go back and forth. That definitely helps you get comfortable.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna kind of know what Crooked just asked in the chat there.
yeah, I
A
just seen that.
webcam, I think personally is definitely worth it. I don't like being on camera at all, but I 100% believe that a camera is worth it, just because like it makes it more personable. People can see you, people can see your reactions. Like if you
Yeah,
get
and that's a
scared,
big
people
thing.
can see that. That's
Yep.
what people come for, is the content. People come
Yep.
into your, so the way I always explain to people is people come to watch your stream for the entertainment value. If they wanted to watch good gameplay, they're gonna go watch a pro. They're not gonna go search the depths of Twitch to find a pro gamer that nobody knows about, because that's going to take forever. Then they can just go watch a pro that they already know is going to have amazing gameplay all stream long, and then that's where they're going to go. They're coming to watch you for entertainment value. And then as far as about people can hack them, so really, like, yes, people can hack your camera. They're not hacking your camera though; they're hacking your PC. It's attached to your PC. It's not a wireless camera. It's not a Bluetooth camera. It's not, it's not out in the open where people can hack just into it. It's on your PC. So if they are in your camera, they're in your PC and they know way more about you than what your camera's going to show them.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter. Like, if you're you might as well just unplug the internet from your computer. Like, at that point, if that's like a worry kind of a thing. Like back in the day, like your cell phone camera is more susceptible to being targeted than your PC camera.
Yep.
Because it's on wireless.
Yep. And you go through different hotspots and stuff like that, but
yeah, and then that's a whole different rabbit hole. Like,
and then as far as like cameras, you don't have to spend a bunch of money on a camera.
No.
You don't. 30 FPS is just fine. If you're not going to be going crazy and stuff like that to where you need it to register, a 30 frame per second camera is fine. And it's all depends on you. You don't. It's not necessary to stream. You don't have to have a camera stream. I know people that don't have a camera and they stream all the time.
Yep.
It's just if you feel comfortable.
Well,
at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable.
Yeah, if you don't have a camera, it's gonna take more entertainment value from you to keep people there.
Exactly.
So if you don't want a camera, then like I said, it's not needed. It's not required. There are plenty of people, like FLB doesn't have a camera, but if you go into FLB's chat, you're gonna be laughing your ass off the entire stream, no matter what. Squirtle, Sid, they don't have cameras, but if you go into their chat, you're gonna be laughing your ass off the entire stream. That's the entertainment value people are coming for. They're coming to laugh. They're coming to have fun. They're coming to have a good time. They're coming to be entertained. Twitch is an entertainment service. You are a content creator. You're an entertainer. You're not, What?
No, go ahead. You go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
But like Country was saying, you don't have to have anything high, whatever. My camera, my wife got me for Christmas. I think it was like $60 on Amazon. And I don't even have a green screen. This is just my wall right here. I literally just use a program to pull the background out. Like Country has the same thing set up on his. Like that's all it is. It's just a program. Nothing fancy. Nothing. It's just a little Amazon webcam, and it's not high dollar, it's not super techy. Like if you want, once you're down the road and you're becoming a professional content creator and you're looking at putting money into your stream and you want to do this for a living, then it makes sense to get a DSLR camera with a video capture card and having all the extra lights to light everything the proper way and adjust your your filters and stuff. But
definitely don't go into this like you just start and think you have to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars just to stream.
Exactly.
You can stream basically off of just a gaming console, whether it be a PlayStation, Xbox, and you can put a stream out and a headset. That's it. That's very basic. You don't have to go in and spend all this money, because you don't know what the future may hold. You may get tired of it, may not want to do it anymore, and say, screw it.
Like my boy Sparky in the chat here. My boy Sparky's streaming off of a console, and he
Yeah.
just went to a laptop with a capture card.
Yeah.
He's still using a headset mic. He streams. He's not home because he works on the road, so he streams out of his temporary housing while he's out on the road with a laptop and a console. Take
Exactly.
40-year-old bot. 40-year-old bot is a partnered streamer on Twitch who streams from a console. He
Yep.
doesn't have a PC. He doesn't have overlays. He doesn't have alerts. He doesn't have shout outs. He doesn't have all this fancy stuff. He streams straight from a console with a camera and a headset.
Yep. Because at the end of the day, you can have thousands upon thousands of dollars of equipment and not be an entertaining streamer. And
Yep.
it's it's a hard pill for some people to swallow, but that's just the nature of things. You don't. It's not going to make you any better. It may make you look better, but it's not something you have to do. And then back to the camera, you don't necessarily have to stream because there is this thing that's coming up, and I guess it's been around for a while. Is VTubing, where you can have like an animated image or whatever, or personality, to where if you don't feel comfortable on camera, but you want something there, you can go into that. Now that takes more, but if that's something you want to do, there's always that option as well. So. Yeah, I mean, it just
There's even
you don't
a
need a whole lot.
program. I don't remember what. So it used to be called Snapcam, but Snapcam closed down. But there's a new one out. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's basically it's a camera filter. So like you would have the camera, but it puts an avatar in your place of whatever it is.
Like I know, for instance, in somebody that I watch, a guy that plays American Truck Simulator. I think his name is Creepy Horseman or something like that. And he's literally, it has a background of a chair, and as for his head is a horse. It makes all the different emotions. It talks, his mouth opens when he talks, all that stuff. There's different options, It just depends on how deep you want to go to it.
Yep. Yeah, there's tons and tons of different options as far as that goes, and like back to what we were talking about initially, what sparked all this off was engagement with your chat, and so one of the biggest things too, like Country was saying, is the just chatting series. I know it's hard to start a just chatting if you don't actually have active people there talking, so obviously you need a couple people in there just to make it worth it. But even like my buddy Chief that was in here earlier, he always starts off his stream with like a 5 or a 10 minute just chatting. So the people that first come in there, because when people first jump in, they're going to be active because they just showed up. You're gonna find it harder to get a just chatting going a little bit later in the stream if you don't have the active viewers. But the moment you pop in, he likes to drink his cup of coffee and have a just chatting as soon as he starts a stream. So he'll sip on his coffee, and just talk to whoever pops in and just get to know people and engage with them. That's going to keep people there more long term. The more engaging you are with them, like I said, don't focus on the game, focus on the stream. Like I said, people are going to come to you for entertainment value based off of what they're going to get. They want to have interaction. Like people come to the smaller streamers for the interaction. You don't get interaction with the bigger streamers. You get good gameplay, but you don't get interaction unless you pay. And then even then you probably still don't get very much. So, take advantage of people coming to check you out for the for just, the easy view, the easy interaction. When you first start your stream, kick it on, starting soon, give it a couple minute timer for the starting soon for you to make sure everything's looking good. Flip it over to a just chatting scene and just talk to the people that roll in for the first 15, 20 minutes. As people come in, hey, how's your day? And don't stick with the basic questions like, this is where I struggle with a little bit. Don't stick with the basic questions like, what'd you have to eat and this kind of shit. The more wild you can make the questions you ask, the more entertainment value it brings, the more people are going to stay there. Back to like what I was talking about with FLB. You go into FLB's chat and you hear some of the stuff he says when you first pop up in there, like you're going to hang out. Like, the more you can be, what's up? Go ahead, Crooked. Go ahead and drop your question, man. But like the more entertaining you can be off the rip is going to keep people there. Like, you only have 30 seconds to a minute when somebody shows up to get their attention. So if you're focused on a game playing and you're not having some sort of interaction, it's hard when you don't have a lot of viewers. It's very, 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 very hard. And that's why the networking side of things is going to come into handy to get people in there with you talking without having to wait for them to show up from Twitch. But the more interactive you are, when someone new pops in there, the more likely they are to stay. How do I make it so my headphones are the sound. That would kind of depend on what you're wanting to do and like your setup and stuff. If you DM me offline, we can take a look at that and see what you got going on, man. That would be more of like a setup thing. We'd have to actually like see what your setup looks like and all those kinds of things. But I don't know if Newfie's gonna be able to make it in here or not. Let me see.
And while you get that, I'll keep talking. So like certain games call for more of your attention to the game versus your engagement with your viewers. Uh, one of the big things is like Call of Duty, for instance. Things like that. You could definitely you'll definitely tend to pay more attention to your game than you would your chat. So something like that, you definitely have to watch out for. Games like for my instance, when I play American Truck Simulator, I can actively engage with my viewers more than the game itself. Now, although anybody that watches me can tell you that I can't drive, they always want to say something crazy like that. I mean, apparently there's clips that prove it. I don't know. I plead the fifth on that. Uh, but there's definitely games that you can play that you can have fun, that are fun to watch, and at the same time able to interact with your chat accordingly. Um, hey, Crouchy, settle down, okay? They don't need to be bringing up clips that are, I was just trying to say how good of a person I was, and I don't get angry anymore, and I got distracted, okay?
I just hit up Newfie to see if Newfie was gonna be able to make it up real quick. But
No
yeah,
worries.
yeah, like I kind of missed a little bit what you were talking about there. But yeah, the entertainment, like the interaction, is gonna be like the best thing you could do for
Yeah,
your stream.
exactly. Uh, I mean, if you want, we can start touching base on
Yeah,
networking,
yeah. If you want
as
to
you
start
know.
kind of touching on like how you like to network and what you like to do, we'll kind
Uh,
of just go from there.
So one of the things that I like to do for one is I like to go into the discords that I'm a part of, and I like to just hang out and VCs, voice chats. It's a good way for people to
I'll be
get to
right back.
know who you are, uh, and the kind of person you are uh, offline. You know, so if I sit here and I spend time with everybody in voice chats, they uh, they get to know me as who I am. And then I'll check the affiliate and the non-affiliate lives, and I'll tab people up. I'll go in. I like to ask them how long they've been streaming. Try to tell them to give me like a quick little summary of who they are as a streamer. What they like to play, how long they've been streaming. Stuff like that, and just have a genuine interaction with these people, so that I'm not just a dead viewer. And by doing that, a lot of times, they tend to want to come and show you the same kind of interaction as well. Sitting there and lurking in somebody's stream, that's one thing. But to sit there and actually have a genuine conversation with these people and get to know them shows that you're interested in them and that you care.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at too with a lot of my networking. A lot of my networking is done in the Discord. Everybody has like their own method. I
Yeah.
do a lot of my networking within the Discord. I work from home, so I sit in the voice chat all day, and I talk to anybody that comes and goes. So anybody that
Yep.
comes in, anybody that leaves, whatever. I talk to people that are just coming and going while I'm working because I can have my speakers on my TV. I got my mic right here, and I can be working, doing what I'm doing, and
Yep.
still be having conversation, and I don't have to type anywhere. Um,
Yeah.
so that works out better for me that way. But like the best ways to actually network is to just go to people's Twitch pages, whether it be people through like just people you've talked to, like word of mouth, whatever. People in the Discord links that are dropped in like your different discords for like the link drop sections, stuff like that. Whether you find them there or whether you just go to somebody's Twitch just go browse. Go to your Twitch homepage and just go browse and get to know some people. Kind of show you here, so you can go in here and you can go to your browse section and you can pick the games you like to see. So we can pick Call of Duty, and then you can recommend it. So I wouldn't recommend necessarily getting to the people like it's set for recommended for me. So it's probably people that are around. A lot of it's on high to low viewer. So I wouldn't recommend trying to network in these streams up here. I would recommend rotating it the opposite way, low to high, and going to network with somebody down here. Go network with somebody that's in the lower amount of views. No more than like 30. Because if you're talking to a bunch of people, if you're talking to a streamer that's in 30 plus, 40 plus, the chat could probably move in. They may not see your chats. You may not be able to have those conversations. Exactly. Yep. So try to network with people that are, lower in views. And the reason why I also say that is because when you're networking with people, you're trying to build that camaraderie. You're trying to make an impression. So when you go into their chat and you go say, "Hey, how's it going?" You say, "How's your stream going?" You make that, you try to make that connection of like, "Hey, how's your stream going? What other games do you like to play? What else do you stream?" Like try to get to know them a little bit. That's going to want to make them come check you out. Right. So like the more you can get from the more of an interaction you can actually make with them rather than like, "Hey, just come to check some people out. How's stream going? I'm going to be lurking." Like that's not going to get you anywhere. That's not going to get you views. It's not going to get people to come check you out. You want to make an impression on them in their stream to get them to come check you out.
And one thing I like to do, with me working full time and not being able to just stay on my phone all the time, I like to, when I have the opportunity, I like to go in to see who's live, and I'll try to spend a couple minutes, at least say, "Hey, how's it going? Can't really stay long, but I just wanted you to know that I tuned in, and hope you have a good stream." Let them know that I took the time to at least come say hi. I may not be able to spend the time that I would like to, but at least putting forth the effort to show them that I seen them live and I wanted to take the time out of my day to say hi.
Yeah, and that's still better than nothing, right? So any interaction you have, like if they see you come pop in every day, like that's going to leave an impression just the same as having a full out conversation with them.
Yep.
Like you're working, you're taking the time out of your workday to go say what's up. That's gonna help. That's gonna help a lot just to be able to come in and say, "Hey, I'm here to check you out," like that kind of thing. But obviously that's still only going to get you so far. The networking that I'm talking about is to help you work your way to affiliate and help grow your community. So definitely, the more people you can interact with and engage with and leave an impression on, the more people that are going to come to your stream when you go live. So like in the chat here, like you got Wreck-It Rod in here, you got Milt in here. Milt is a great example. Milt just started streaming a couple weeks ago. Milt was out here networking with people for 3 months or so before he started streaming. He was in people's chats. He was saying hi. He was running games with them. He was getting to know people before he started streaming. And his very first stream, I want to say he had like 40 people in there, didn't you, Milt? I want to say he had somewhere in that ballpark.
A pretty good amount. Yep. And that definitely makes it easier for you when you push that. Now, it's not saying that you have to completely restart, do all that, but it definitely helps you reach your affiliate goal a lot quicker if you put forth more time into networking and getting to meet these people and know these people rather than just pressing the go live button.
Yep, and then like Sparky said in the chat too, it's not necessarily about interacting with who's the person whose chat you're in, but talk to the other people in the chat. So some people's chats may be moving, but take the time to say, "Hey, I see you. Like, I see you in the chat. Like, what's up? I see you here hanging out." Especially if it's a chat you go to more often and you see somebody else who's there more often, more than likely, like you guys have things that are in common, right?
Yeah.
So
and then
you may just good.
You may hop into this stream for the first time, but people that are in their stream have seen you in theirs and around. So like, "Hey, country's nice to see you, blah, blah, blah. and then they see that people that have been in their stream now recognize you. Well, then they put two and two together that you must be a great supporter, that you get around and you show these people love. So that definitely helps you get your name out there as well. They know that you're not just some random person popping in, that that you've been around and they've seen you before, so they know that you're a genuine person.
Exactly. I mean, that's where like it helps me out a lot. Like you can go to almost anybody's stream, within like X amount of distance away from me, right? Like you can go to my friends' friends and some of their friends and go
Yeah.
into their streams, and if I pop in, like they're gonna know who I am, just word
Yep.
of mouth.
Exactly.
Like it's all
Exactly.
about how you network, how you get to talk to people, what kind of an impression you leave on them. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing, is making sure you're leaving an impression, because it's gonna make them want to come back. And then when they pop into your stream, use that to your advantage. So when
Yeah.
you go into when you go into somebody's stream and you have a conversation with them and you find out that it was their daughter's birthday. Like I know Mr. V. It was Mr. V's niece's birthday a couple days ago, when I was streaming on YouTube last time. Mr. V came in and he was like, "Hey, my niece is a huge YouTuber fan, and I was on his TV at his house on YouTube." He's like, "Hey, would you
Yeah.
mind telling her happy birthday?" That's it's those kinds of things. So when I went into his stream,
Exactly.
to go visit, I was like, "Hey, like how's the birthday party?" It gives you conversation pieces to talk
Exactly.
about.
And that was going to be my next talking point, is if you get to know these people and you get to know a little bit about them, that gives you another way to connect with them when they come into your stream, and ask these questions, and then that may get them to then network and get to know somebody else, you know that they may have never had a chance to talk with.
Exactly, and just getting to, like I said, to go back to kind of what Sparky was saying, just talk with other people throughout the chat. Like if like in Noof's chat, if you go to Noof's chat, Noof's got 30 to 50 people in there, 30 to 60 people in there. Noof can't read all the conversations, but you could be having conversations with other people within the chat, getting to know people. And then when
Yeah.
you see him, you'll see him here. And when you go to Marcus's chat, you see some of those same people. You talk to them
Yep.
there, shout them out, like
Exactly.
Marcus said. They're at your friends that are in the chats. When what Marcus said, when you go into somebody's chat, I go into FLB's chat and I see Marcus there. I'm like, "Hey, Marcus, what's up? How you doing?" Like, actually, Adam, hey, call me for a good one.
Yeah.
Or if like Sid's in a chat, or if Splooge is in a chat or something, you just pop in, you add him, say, "Hey, what's up, man? I see you. How's it going? How's your day
Yep.
going?" And spark
Exactly.
conversations.
Yep. And
But
not only
yeah,
does that help you, but that also helps that streamer as well. It keeps their chat rolling, and it see people come in, they see that, and they're like, "Oh, this is like a hopping area. Well, let's go ahead and let's engage myself." And then it gets everything rolling.
yep.
You do for others that you want to be done for you. You know what I'm saying? Just the golden rule. That's all it is.
Yeah. If you come in and you're chatting up a stream, like if you come in my chat and you're chatting with people within my stream, like that's amazing, because it helps me out.
Yeah.
It helps keep me motivated, because the chat's not dead. If you go into a
Exactly.
stream, there could be. I know there's some people that stream and got 40 viewers, and the chat doesn't move anywhere. Like there's
Yep.
like one chat every couple minutes, so it's
Yep.
like super, super, super off. 1 second.
Yeah. So I
I had
mean,
a Discord call coming in. My bad. But yeah, so like the more the chat's moving, the better off it's gonna be for everybody. And then when people come through,
but doing those little things, and it's not like it's a real hard thing to do. You just have a conversation like the same way you would have with people that you know. And like Zombie said, new people are awesome. Like if it weren't for me sitting in voice chats and getting to know these people and going forth with this networking, I would have met half the people that I know now. And I'm grateful for the people that I have met, you know?
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I meet so many people in the voice chats all the
Yeah.
time. Because
Yeah.
like there's people around from all different time zones. Like I met Captain in Germany. I know
Yep.
Honest Raz in the UK. I know
Yep.
Chug over in the UK. Like
Yep.
M. Then you got people like Newfie and Call Me in Canada.
Yep.
I met a couple people from down in like Africa. I've met a couple people from over in Vietnam. Like there's people all over the
Australia,
place. Yeah, Australia.
Turkey.
Yep.
I've met people everywhere. No, I mean, and that's why the discords that that we are part of and stuff like that really speak to that the fact that you can be comfortable. You can know for sure that when you come into a voice chat, you don't have to fear being judged. You don't have to have the fear of somebody talking down on you and stuff like that. All we're doing is we're sitting there having a good time with friends and just simply trying to have a conversation and just hang out. It's all about feeling safe when it comes to stuff like that. Because I know for some people, they see 10 or 15 people in a voice chat, they don't want to join. They may have social anxiety and they may not want to talk to that many people. But you can definitely understand that when you come into one of these voice chats, you can feel comfortable enough to sit there and have a conversation with us. Ain't nobody gonna be rude.
Yep.
It
And
ain't
the other
about
thing it
that.
helps with too is back to the engagement side of things. If
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
engaging with people in the voice chat, that's helping you learn how to engage with
Yep,
people on your stream because it's
yep,
in a virtual kind of space. But then it also gives you talking points. The conversations like
yep,
conversations from our voice, there was 20 to 25 people in the Discord last night, all night, hanging
yep,
out. You can take
yep,
conversation points from that and use during your stream. When
yep,
Milt and Stephanie come through, I could talk to them about what we were talking about in there last night. If Squirtle and
yep,
Splooge come through, we could talk about if Zombie comes through.
yep.
So it lets you have those conversation points.
And
And then
like Rod said, yeah,
the,
like Rod said, with the admins and the leaders of these discords, you see them in there. Some people tend to get kind of nervous when they see them in there. No, I mean we're everybody's a normal human being. You know what I'm saying? They, even though they have a title, it doesn't mean that they're any kind of more or worse of a person. You know what I'm saying? It's just they just have a title for that reason because they are putting forth effort to try to make the Discord the place that it is. You know.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. And then kind of on to Mr. V's chat there too. For the Discord that we all hanging in, most of the people that are in the chat are already in there. We're both in there. The Rock Discord is in the
yep.
description of the video here. So if anybody wants to get into it, it's right there. Big Country's Twitch link is in there as well in the description.
Yeah.
So if everybody that's in there can hit Big Country's link and go give him a follow on Twitch, this man is actually starting to put some more Twitch streams up. He upgraded his PC. He got work life stuff balanced out, and he's going back to
Yep.
streaming more. So make sure you guys go check him out, especially if you want to see some Rex on American Truck Simulator.
Hey man, we could have easily had a shout out without bringing that up. I'm
Hey,
just saying.
it's back to the entertainment value, country. It's the entertainment value. Like
Oh
if you want to
shit.
see some entertainment, go check this man out. Like I'm
And
just
there may
saying.
be some raging. I'm just gonna put that out there. There may be
Just put
some
it out
raging.
there. But yeah, so make sure you guys definitely go check him out. And like I said, The Rock is where we majorly hang out. I know a lot of people in here that hang out. So please make sure you guys go check out that Discord as well. But yeah, you'll meet tons and tons and tons of people and networking anywhere you can network. Networking on Twitter,
Yeah.
messaging people, and when I'm talking about networking on Twitter, I'm not talking about just retweet somebody's post. Post to somebody in their post and have a conversation with them and get to know them on Twitter just like you would on Messenger. On Facebook, make a comment in somebody's chat and then don't go away from it. When they comment back, respond back out to them. You
And a
can do
good
that
thing
across
with
all the socials.
and a good thing with like meeting new people, like as far as like with Sparky's comment, you don't know what that person knows. You may have been struggling with something for a while and can't get it to work, and then you meet a person you've never talked with, didn't even know that person existed. And then bam, they've like already gone through this and they already have that information, and boom, then now you've made an interaction and a friend out of somebody based off of something you've been dealing with. You know what I mean? You just don't know what that person is. And who knows? That person you're just now meeting may become your best friend. You just don't know.
Yep, and like what Wreck-It Rod said in there, or Sparky said, a lot of people have social anxiety and stuff, and they're trying to break out of it with streaming. But then you also have, so that's what they're using it for, is why streaming to help break that for them, so
Yeah.
that they don't have it as much. And then you have like what Wreck-It Rod said about a lot of people having previous combos that they waited to join voice chats because there was too many like admins and stuff in there. You don't gotta wait for that. Just jump in.
Nah.
If they're in a general chat, they're just hanging out. They have mod chat rooms for their, if it's an important conversation, they'll go hang out
Yeah.
in. If they're just in a regular chat, go hang out with them.
Yep.
And yeah, like Rod said too, on Twitter and the other social medias, everybody can see your posts that you put out. So just, be aware of what you're posting because other people
Yeah.
can see it too.
Yeah.
Not necessarily saying anybody's said anything bad, but some people say some outlandish shit sometimes. It's entertainment value,
Cough,
right?
Rod.
It's entertainment value. You know what I mean? Like people see that kind of stuff, they think you're funny. They're gonna come check your stuff out. Honestly, like the more off the wall you can be, obviously with NTOS,
Yeah.
the more off the wall you can be, like the better it is going to be for you. Because like looking at some of these other streamers, like they have tons of views. It's just because they're hilarious. It's a good time to
Yep.
go watch them.
Yeah, they may be shit at the game, but they're funny as fuck to watch. You know.
Exactly, and that's why I said they come in for the entertainment value.
Yep.
The entertainment value is 100% where it's at.
Yep. Definitely. Definitely.
Anybody? I think we're pretty much done with our content here, right? What we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. It doesn't look like Newfie's going to be able to make it in, and Marcus said he was going to be out. Anybody in the chat have like any questions over some of the things we talked about?
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, Crooked Gamer. That's definitely what we strive for in the Rock. And I'm not actually a mod or anything in the Rock Discord, but I do everything that I can to promote the Rock and help it become a better place because I see what the Rock stands for, and that's something that is a core value to me. And so I definitely like to push people toward that for the simple reason of is I feel comfortable and safe in that environment, and I know that other people will too. It's a safe space for anybody.
Yeah,
How
no,
would
we
you say
appreciate
it's
you
more
guys being in
difficult
too.
for
We appreciate you guys coming in
non-affiliate
and being a
or
part of
weak
it.
affiliate for say 2 years ago? I would say, in my point of view, Crouchy, to your question, would be that discords and everything have become such a big thing now. Whereas 2 years ago it was there, but it's not as big of a thing now or then as it is now. You got a lot more people, and I would say the biggest thing is with COVID hit and everybody having to be forced home. That's when this platform, as far as like streaming and stuff, really blew up. Because people are forced to be at home and they had nothing else better to do but to video game and to stream it. So I would definitely say that now there's a lot easier to network and to get to know people, and a lot more people are watching this kind of content than they were 2 years ago.
Well, and then also like it would be more like 4 years ago now because it's been three years since COVID.
Yeah,
But I would say 3 to 4 years ago it was definitely harder. But that's
yeah,
also because there
definitely.
was a lot less people willing to share the information. It was a lot
Exactly.
more.
Everybody
It
was
was a
trying
lot
to
more
gatekeep it.
like, yeah, everybody was trying to gatekeep, and like it still happens now. There's still people that
Yeah,
don't want to share information. There's still people that don't want
yeah,
to show how they do things, or they want to put it
yeah,
behind paywalls and stuff like
yeah,
that. But there's more and more people now that are willing to put information out there freely
yeah.
to help everybody out. There's plenty of people out there that want to help people and want to see people succeed. The more people that
Exactly.
get into it, the more people get into it and get to doing things. There's going to be more and more people that are going to be willing to help
Yeah.
rather than push you away.
And one thing that it's hard for me to understand when it comes to the whole gatekeeping is the more people that get into the streaming game means that there's going to be, in relativity, there's going to be more people watching that content. So the more people that watch that content gives a more chance for you as a streamer to have people watch your content. That's a big thing. Is you need the viewers. And so the more people that are sitting here wanting to watch this content is only going to benefit you. You trying to gatekeep information from somebody else is only going to make you look bad because now you think you're better than the other individual and you don't want to share that information. Anything that I know how to do or plan on doing, I'll share with anybody. I don't care. I'm not in this, to the next big thing. I'm in this to make people laugh and have a good time and just to be a positive individual. And that's just how I stand on it.
Yeah, and then it also has to do with like the networking thing too. Like it's getting to be more and more apparent that you need to like so before like when Twitch first started, a lot of the big names got big because dude, sorry, my son's over here trying to talk to me at the same time. A lot of big name streamers when they came into streaming, they got big because they had won tournaments and like people knew them when they started streaming, and everybody
Yeah.
else was just there at the bottom. So,
Yeah.
you know, like the people who really made it big initially were people who won tournaments or were at gaming events, or, you know, like their name was out there prior to. And then everybody else was just kind of like trying to make it from there. So the more and more, you know, every year, more people get onto Twitch. You know, kids are
Yeah.
making Twitches, at 8, 10, 12 years old, like they're making a Twitch so they can watch their favorite content creators. They're, watching YouTube so they can watch their favorite content creators. And so there's more and more people every year that are getting onto Twitch. Even older people too. Like older people are getting on, being able to, some older people are getting into watching this kind of stuff.
So, Crouchy, to answer your question, I would say once you hit affiliate, one thing that I would that I would focus on is once you get to that point, focus, I guess you could say, on like building your community, your niche. Find what you like doing and what people like watching you do, and just exploit that, and then once you hit affiliate, then you can focus on your offline content more, because then you can focus on getting more viewers and stuff like that. Definitely the emotes, chat commands, just really those are just to more for viewer engagement. That way people come in and they say, oh well, you have to drop Stephanie, she has a wine hydrate for, I think it's like 750 channel points. Every time you drop that, she has to take a sip of wine, and then 10 or 15 sips in, her whole mood changes. Now she's drunk, and now the content changes, so people want to see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then also,
But
kind of before we get too far off of that, the emotes, the chat commands, that all is really together. That's building your engagement. So once you get affiliated, helping build your engagement should be number one priority, because like your branding is important, but you should be thinking about branding even before you're an affiliate, right?
Yeah.
Like you should be thinking about what your brand's going to be, like your logos, like that kind of stuff. You should be thinking about why you're not an affiliate, because that, once you hit an affiliate, you want to try and start making some strides to better that branding. So get your branding right, get all your socials made, have them, all sitting in the background ready to go. So your branding's already kind of there. I think like number one, like as soon as you hit affiliate, like in my opinion, is to boost your engagement, because you get those extra options. You get channel points, you get emotes, and also it doesn't hurt to pay for some emotes to be made, like some animated emotes and shit, to better your use of your emotes. When people see emotes in the chat, they know whose emotes those are. Like, if you have a fire emote and people spam it in other people's chats, people are going to know. They're going to say, hey, where'd you get that emote? Like, whose channel is that on? That's going to drive people to your channel.
Yeah. Damn, I had something in my head. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, as far as like the branding thing, and that's why I said, earlier about your face versus your gaming logo. When people see your face and you stream with the camera, they're gonna recognize your face first before they would recognize your logo. So on all your socials and stuff like that, if you do stream with a camera, they have those filters and stuff you can put to make make your photo a lot different or whatever. Use those as ways like your profile pictures on these socials, so that when they see it, they're like, oh, this is such and such on Twitch. It's a good way for them to automatically put two and two together, so that they know and they can recognize who you are. Because if I just put all my gaming logo on everything, nobody would know who I am, because when they watch me, I have my camera up. I don't have my gaming logo in the corner. I have it's me in my camera.
And like in your case, you just rebranded.
Yeah, exactly.
So get them to recognize a face over a name or a logo.
Yeah.
And like to what Biscuit said there too, as far as like the right time to open a merch shop, I mean, I don't really think there's a right, like there probably is like a good time to do it. But in my opinion, like if you have a logo that people are gonna like, it doesn't hurt to just have it up, right? You know, if you have a couple friends that buy it, then people that are like, make sure to put something distinguishing on it though. Like, don't just put your logo because nobody's gonna know what that logo means. Put like your name with at TTV, or you know, put like a QR code, like you know, on stickers, put like a QR code that people can scan to see what it's about.
Yeah. And like what Milch said about streaming schedule, consistency once you hit affiliate is key. You know, they know to tune in every day at such and such time that you're gonna go live. You know, so they can tune in and work their schedule around so that they can make sure that they hit your streams and they can see you go live.
And then sometimes less is more too. You don't need to stream every day. Stream 3 days a week. Remember that a lot of your success is going to come from your offline work over your online work. You know, getting your socials built up, getting clips out there, getting your networking in, talking to people. You should be doing so much more offline than you are doing online.
Yeah. That'll definitely especially with the offline content and your videos and all that stuff, that'll get more genuine viewers towards your live channels when you do go live, because they're coming solely because of a video you posted and they seen, not because they caught you live and they watched you live. It's because they seen something that you created and posted on one of these social platforms, and they're like, I want to see this guy. I want to see what he does on live.
Yeah, and what Sparky said there too, the channel commands you can make whenever. The channel points are what I was referring to. Channel commands, you can set channel commands up day one. There, I even have a video that if you're not an affiliate, I have a video on how to set up your Stream Elements chatbot to dish out points, and people can be required to use the Stream Elements points to play the commands. So you can actually have channel points before you're even an affiliate.
Yeah. And some of the most outlandish channel awards, you know, get the most traction, you know. Like for instance with Noof, you know, he's got that dance party or the rave party or whatever. Granted, you know, for some reason he decided he wanted to make it 50,000 points. But nonetheless, people come to see that kind of stuff. He's known for that, you know.
To be fair, Newfie hurt his foot on vacation. That's why it's up there. Yeah, Newfie injured himself, so he didn't want to have to be dancing on an injured foot. But yeah, like there's tons and tons of different things. Like I said, the more engaging you can make your chat. Like I have chat commands in my chat that play a video on my screen. Other people have chat commands that drop a GIF or play a sound alert, or you have the option with sound alerts for the channel points, or there's even the one that you can add below in the bottom that allows you to drop them with bits, so people can use bits to play sound alerts if they want to play like even better stuff. You'd have like more outlandish ones that cost bits opposed to the channel points. There's tons and tons and tons of different things you can do, but the more engagement you can drive to your stream, the better it's going to be. Because, like I said, like I keep referring back to, people come to watch streamers like us for an entertainment value.
You know,
yeah, exactly. Like Rod's got a biddy one set up where, you know, it may or may not have some feet sitting up on a computer desk with a heart being made over someone's face, and you know, it's you know, you play some bits and you get to see somebody's feet. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. And you know, like as far as like Call of Duty, we'll take that game for instance. You could have channel points to where if a person say they drop 5,000 channel points, they could have you drop guns or go instantly to the gulag, you know, and that makes for great content because you could be on a burner of a game, have like 12, 15 kills, and somebody uses that reward, and now you're in a pickle. And now everybody's watching you try to see how you can recover from that. You know,
I may or may not know somebody that had one where if you donated $5, it was like 500 bits, a sub, or $5 donation, to where they would kill their team. Like they would get their team loaded up in a chopper, and they would go kill their team without their team.
And knowing. I may or may not know somebody that might have got their other teammates to do that for free. Just
I may or may not have that clip. From both perspectives. Yeah, make sure your Twitch name matches your Discord and all your socials. Yep, that was part of what we talked about earlier.
Like,
as well.
Don't be like me and they like rebrand all the time and it shit's off.
Yeah, we actually talked about that a little bit earlier with the socials when we were talking about that, about getting your socials early so that you can get your name. And then also, the biggest one that a lot of people don't do is the Discord. In Discord, make sure that your name matches in Discord, but then also make sure your links are attached to your profile. So when people look at your profile, they can find all of your links.
So to answer Crouchy, I can answer this perfectly because I was just went through this. So I used to be called when I first started gaming and everything with everybody on Discord and stuff like that. My name is Big Country. I've been called Big Country for years now. And so I decided for some reason that when I was gonna get serious about Twitch beforehand, that I needed to rebrand because I didn't like the name Big Country or Twitch. It wouldn't allow me to do it for some reason or another. I did it. And when people would read my name when I'd come in the chat, nobody could pronounce the gamer tag right. And I just have to. I would just let it be what it would be. You know, I didn't correct people because I didn't want to be that kind of person. But you know, everybody that knew me would still call me Big Country, even though I had a totally different gamer tag. You know, like Wicked and Cap. Everybody would call me Country, and so I decided I'm gonna go back. You know, and now that when I comment somebody, everybody can read my name. They don't have to struggle. You know what I'm saying? They're not calling me by a different name.
Yeah, having a name that's readable. Like I know there's some people that have funny names, but it, like the way it's spaced or like the way so I'm taking my buddy AK. My buddy AK, his name is AK No Fear, but the way that it's written, it looks like Act No Fear is like what a lot of people say. So having a name that's easily picked out, or even just spaced, right? Like mine's Wicked_skill. Like, you know, adding like some sort of spacing in there or something makes a huge difference on how legible it is and how people are easily to get back there. And yeah, Rob, we did talk about that. I'll cover it one more time though. But in Discord, make sure to link all of your socials in your Discord profile. You can actually, you don't have to type them out. You can actually add a connection, and it makes a clickable link in your Discord profile so people can get to it.
Yeah. And like Sparky said, you know, if your name for some reason is different in one and like Discord or something like that, you can always add a nickname. You know, that
Only
way,
if the channel allows it.
Yes.
The Discord has to allow. Not all Discords allow that.
You know, and that way people can recognize you that way.
Yeah, not all Discords allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons and tons of different options when it comes to those kinds of things, like just getting just different ways to do things like that. But the engagement part is always back to like number one. Like however engaging you can get is by far the more engagement you can get with your stream, the more engagement you can get with your chat is going to be like number one. Like having channel points to drop your guns, like you were saying, having channel points to kill your team, having channel points to ban one in-game item, so like people can choose what happens, like ban one in-game action, like no plates or no healing or no no reloading, so you have to drop your gun and pick up a new gun every time you run out of ammo, kind of thing.
And at the same time, like you can also limit them. You can put a timer and stuff like that. So you know, if you do have, for say, like a hydrate one, you can have it to where it can only be redeemed so many times in chat, or it has a cooldown of like 5 to 10 minutes. You know,
or they like each person can only redeem it one time.
Yes, exactly. You know, because some people, you know, have 20, 30,000 channel points in somebody's stream, and they could easily get you drunk or completely ruin all your gameplay.
Or like 200,000 points.
Yeah. So you definitely, you know, that's something to think about when you make these channel rewards.
And it's a touch and go thing. So you can like set it up, and if you notice it's happening too often, add the cooldown a little bit. If you notice it's not happening enough, bring the cooldown down a little bit.
Exactly.
So you can make those. You can even make those adjustments on the fly. Like you can go into your Twitch, and you can go to your creator dashboard. I believe it's under.
And you know, like one thing for me, like I'll have drop guns, but not past a certain time. You know, if I'm in an in-game situation with less than 10 people or whatever, I'm not gonna honor that because here we are. We're about to get a dub. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm trying to get some dubs. All right. I got a bet with a buddy of mine, first one to 100 wins. So once I get that, I'll change it. But until then, we gonna get dubs. I got $100 on the line, folks.
$100 on the line. He said, "Oh, I'm trying to remember where my channel points. I don't use them very often. I don't ever go update them very much."
Viewer reward. I think it's
Is that a viewer reward? Is that what I thought?
channel, and then I think up maybe.
Oh yeah, viewer rewards.
Oh.
Yep, that's right. Viewer rewards. But in here, when you get in here, you do that thing here. Hold up.
There we go.
You can have this open, and you can make changes on the fly. So you can edit it, you can turn it off,
Yep.
and then like say you're like you can come in here, and if you even set one of your moderators to be an editor, your moderator here, your moderators can come in here and do this for you too. So like if you were in somewhere where you don't want something to happen, you just turn it off. And then when it's done, then you turn it back on. There's also the option to make them go up and down with the amount of people that are in your chat. So if there's less people in your chat, it costs less. If there's more people in your chat, it costs more. There's options to do that in here as well. But you can come in here
I'll
and
have
edit
to
anytime.
shout out a couple people. Wicked and Zombie Man are like some of the craziest that come up with these things. You know, Zombie will go into somebody's chat and on the fly just come up with commands. Same with Wicked. You know, you just that's definitely two people right there that'll definitely help with the viewer engagement. Because they'll come up with all kind of different commands. You know, like for one thing that I do, with like I have exclamation point, the wife, and it has a chat command for her. You know, because when I was streaming and there was only but like one or two people, she was always there. You know, so like your regular viewers, you can give them a personalized thing to when they come in, they can put exclamation point and say their name or whatever, and it gives them a chat command that all the stream can see.
Yeah, it's like mine here. Like I could slap stream elements, and then it puts like I just slap stream elements with chains.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
just different chat commands like that. Like I've got all kinds of different things. I've got like captains. I shout out captain with the click of a button. You know,
Yeah,
and
you know, like for
Country.
instance, with me, I have
Gate.
hashtag. That's a conspiracy, okay? I don't. That's no. We're not gonna get onto that, okay? But for like Captain and Wicked, you know, I have a shout out for Captain for him making my my overlays. You know, it links to his Twitch. You know, you can click on that link in chat and it'll bring up to his Twitch. For anybody that's not following, they can follow him. For Wicked, I have it linked to his YouTube page. You know, and if anybody has questions or something on streaming stuff or anything, they can link and they can find him from that. So there's different ways to help out and make it more personable in that aspect.
Yep, yeah, and like the more, like I said, it all falls back to the same thing that I keep going back to is networking, making sure to get your name out there, genuinely networking, make connections with the people you're talking to. Don't just go in, say hi, lurk, and go away. Go in, make an interaction, like make an engagement with them that they're gonna remember. And then when they come to your chat to talk to you, bring up the things you guys talked about. So like, oh hey, they actually do remember me. And then your engagement. That's part of the engagement.
You know,
That's part of the engagement. Sorry, y'all said again. That's part of the engagement. Is to when they come in to remember what you talked about and talk to them, but also just to be engaging with your chat. Take that first 10 minutes of your stream and have a just chatting stream. Drink some coffee. You know, smoke a cigarette if that's what you do while you're doing your stream. You know, if you do other things, you know, recreational purposes, whatever, like do what you do, but you know, sit there and have it just chatting with your stream and just talk to some people. You know, you're gonna have your regulars that are gonna come in, talk to them, say hi, chat with them, and the more you're chatting with your regulars, other people are gonna come in. And one of the other things you can do to really help yourself out with, especially with instant people, like people coming in instantly and getting like those instant viewers, is editing your stream titles. And go to your creator dashboard, go to your edit stream info, and the go live notification right here, change this to something that is gonna make people want to click on it. You can see mine right here. You can see what it says. You know, make sure that this right here is something that when it pops up, don't make it too long, because obviously only so much shows up in the notification box. You want 1 or 2 lines of like really, I guess what you can say is like clickbait material.
Yeah.
That is your clickbait drop, because it doesn't show who's going live. It shows the logo, and they don't know your logo. If you don't draw their attention to the notification, they're not going to click on it. So make it however clickbait you can to get people to click on that, and that pushes, when more people click on this, that pushes your engagement out there. So Twitch is more likely to promote you further.
Exactly.
Your tags right here. Your tags. This is the category, but your tags right here. You can see action, sports game, indie game, driving record. These are what come with Rocket League. But if you go down a little bit further, it lets you add your own tags. What up, what up? Thank you, George. Oh, J3 in the building. See, right there. Networking at not its finest. Just kidding, J3. Just kidding, J3. J3 knows I love him. J3's always busy. Super sweat in Warzone. Like that's one of those things. So when he comes in and lurks, it's because I know he's busy, but I know him. He comes in, he chats with me, he has conversations with me. Like I have conversations with him in stream all the time. So when he comes in and lurk, I know he's busy. So I'm not worried about it because I know when he's not busy, he's gonna come through and he's gonna say what's up. I know that he's gonna come through and eventually chat, eventually say what's up. I've done work on his stuff for him. Captain's done work for him. Super cool dude. So when I know he's lurking, I know he's busy. But if I didn't know him, that would be like A1, like don't do. Those are the things that we were talking about. Like I said, but for the fact that I know who he is and I know what he's got going on, like it works for me. It doesn't matter. But back to what I was saying here, in the add tags, adding tags down here. I know somebody that has feet as a tag added down here. And it gets like the most engagement out of all of his other ones. People find his stream off of that.
Yep.
Like, whatever works for you. If you're a chick gamer, use Gamer Girl. Gamer Girl has like, I was looking on Twitter, or I think it was Twitter. Or it might have been TikTok. But Gamer Girl had something like 1.4 billion views.
Yep.
Like using whatever tags you can. I need to come in here and actually change mine out. These are old. I haven't changed these in a while. I need to come in here and change these out and get more interactive stuff in here.
Exactly. You gotta work that algorithm to the best of your thing, because and that plays back into the networking. Because if you just press that go live button and only live stream, people are gonna have to scroll for what feels like miles to get down to you. Unless you have thousands of viewers, you're not going to get noticed just on somebody going on to Twitch.
Yeah, it goes right here. If we go live and you go live on Call of Duty and it's set high to low, I'm going to set my mouse to scroll. So look, we're right here. These people got 40,000 views, 8,000 views. We're going to go just down a little bit. Boom, 177 views. So we went across from over 40K to under 1K in 3 lines. Okay, this is the majority of the viewage. But now if I grab my mouse and I scroll down, we'll let it free scroll for a minute. Boom. Now we're at 16 viewers after all those pages. If you're just going live and you only have 2 or 3 viewers, well, guess what? You better keep scrolling. 8 viewers, 6 viewers, 5 viewers, 3. Boom. There's 3 viewers. So now you're going to show up somewhere in here. Based off of whenever you went live, you're going to be somewhere down here. Yep. This is all the way down here. That's a lot of scrolling.
Yep. And most people, and it's just honest, in this day and age, we don't have the time, the attention span for shit like that. You're going to get a few good scrolls out of a person, and that's it. If you're not on that list, they're not going to find you.
Well, and then it goes back to being entertaining. If your title's not entertaining, they're not going to click on you. If your page, whatever they see right here, doesn't look good, isn't graphically like appeasing, they're not. If you have random shit all over your screen, they're not going to click on you. Like if you've got half your screen covered up by random stuff, they're not going to click on you. It's too much noise.
Exactly.
If you don't have something to draw them in, why would I? If I look at this right here, why would I click on your page? Yep. And then just to be honest, like when you're scrolling through here, like 99% out of the time when somebody's scrolling through here, if you aren't a chick, they aren't going to click on your page if they don't know you.
Exactly.
Just put it out there. Like, just throwing that out there. Like if you look at all these right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes and 2 girls right here. We'll even go down here. There's 5, 6, so 7 dudes. Or sorry, that's a girl too. Looks like. So you got 6 dudes and 3 girls out of the 9 viewers. Someone's gonna click on these 3 before they click on these 6.
Yep.
It's just gonna happen that way.
Yeah. Guess what, Dad? Can I tell you something, Dad?
Exactly. Yep. That's what we were talking about, Rob. Make sure your going live message is something unique. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it could be off the wall, like pancakes versus waffles, or is mayonnaise a condiment or a salt? Like it could be all kinds of different things.
We're coming up on that 2-hour mark here now. Does anybody else have any questions before we call it a stream? Lazy Dave in the building. What up, Lazy Dave? I see you here. Jack Outcast still here. Wreck-It Rod still here. FTC Sparky. Got Milt. J Free came in. Who else we still got in the building? We got 15 viewers in the house. Yeah, Manny's in the building. Shoot, it's Crouchy. Got a whole bunch of people still here. So we got 15 viewers still. I appreciate you guys all being here with our first attempt at this.
So what, Dad?
We're gonna try and dial this in, and we'll do this maybe like twice a month or something like that, or we'll do some sort of like a live stream to cover something twice a month. We may hit this topic again like next month, but here in 2 weeks we might come up with like a different set of things to hit on. But I think me and Country are gonna try and do these a couple times a month at least.
I'm trying a new place.
Well,
And
technically, Mil, if you're on incognito mode, you can click on anything you want. And I don't think Twitch tracks what links you click on.
We can definitely have it to where we can set it up in the Discord so that people that have questions, we can get them in a queue and we can answer it that way.
Yeah, I'll talk to Newfie and we'll get a just a Discord spot that we can open up for this, and maybe we'll just make a little studio, and then people can put their questions in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steph's not in here, Mill. I can say those kinds of things. It's all right.
Oh, I ain't scared of Steph. I ain't scared of Steph at all. I'm always grounded anyway.
She's a bully to you anyways.
Yeah, I don't worry.
She'd be bullying you.
I got you, Milt. A cricket gamer, no problem. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. You can hit up either one of us anytime if you have any kind of questions.
Yeah, and there's tons of people in the Discord that have knowledge about all this stuff. Like I said, Marcus with his networking, Noof with networking, all those kinds of things. Like there's tons of people.
It depends on which route you want to go. Like if you don't have a camera, I would say purchase a camera. If you have a camera, it depends on like what you're doing. Like if you're gonna have like him with the NVIDIA broadcast, you don't have to worry about lights. Like me, I got these 2 lights here, and I got my clock. Just stuff to different things. It really does. It's up to you. The possibilities are endless when it comes to something like that.
My opinion for non-affiliate and affiliate streamers both. If you're just streaming off of a console and a headset, like you're really like your next thing would be, because you really can't have a microphone on a console. They don't work very well. You can. I'm not gonna say you can't. But they don't work very well. But I would say to be looking into like a computer and a capture card. And then basically from there, what the F?
Yeah, see, you say her name enough times, it's almost like Bloody Mary. You almost say her name enough times.
My recommendation would be to get to where you can have a computer to stream off of. It doesn't even have to be good. So you can get just a laptop, like a shitty laptop even, and you can run what's called Streamlight. And so you stream from your console to Streamlight. It is a subscription. And then Streamlight streams it back to Twitch for you. And then what you do with that is you just use your laptop to set it up. You don't have to use the laptop to stream. It's literally just to set it up. So that's a good way to be able to get overlays and alerts and all that kind of stuff without actually having a good computer to stream to, or a capture card even. You don't even need a capture card at that point. But if you have said computer and capture card, really, like the big thing past the computer and capture card, I would recommend a stream mic, so that you can separate your game audio, like your game chat and your stream chat, so you're not talking over your friends playing while you're talking to your stream. You can use that with push to talk to. There's other ways around that, but that's just different ways to separate things. And then I would also say a stream deck is super helpful for engagement. That
But
would
they
be
also
like
have an
another-
app where you can have it on your phone as well.
It's a $2 app subscription to where you can use it on your phone. Like there's tons of ways around things to make it not so expensive. You could use Go Lightstream with the Stream Deck app on your phone.
Yep.
It's like $10 a month for both. Like if you run both subscriptions together, because I think Streamlight's like $7, and then the Stream Deck is like $2. What did
So, I'm trying bot.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I'll help you in a minute.
actually, to further, I mean, it really just depends on what you have versus where you want to go.
Yeah.
And all that. I mean, you, like I said before, you don't have to spend a bunch of money.
Well, you don't
know.
even need stuff in the background. Like I mean,
No.
you can't see anything I have in mine. 'Cause I
you
literally just
can
have a
do
live
it
stream.
his way, you can do it my way. It just depends.
Like if you're just trying to put a little money in at first to start, and you don't have a computer, use the Go Lightstream and use the Stream Deck app. It's $10 a month, I think, for in total maybe $15 a month for the subscriptions, and that lets you have overlays, it lets you have alerts, it lets you have all that kind of stuff that you can have that you can't have without OBS, and then it also allows you to have the Stream Deck features to help switch between things and have hotkeys and shout people out and drop links and shit like that, and then from there you can just build on it.
Yep.
Hey, Dad. Bobo? Bobo? Bobo?
Anybody else got a question that they want to ask? We got time for a few more.
You feel bullied right now? Why would you feel bullied right now?
Hey, Dad.
Crazy. It's crazy that she says that when she's the biggest
Yeah,
bully of
Dad.
anybody I know.
I know.
You know?
What, baby?
And I've known some big bullies in this day and age. It's okay, Milt. Blink twice if you're in need,
Yeah, Milt, if you need help, like if you need help, hop in Discord. You don't have to say nothing. Like just blink,
just
blink
turn your camera on,
twice
blink a couple
fast,
times.
and we'll know that we got you. Or like,
Yeah.
if we need to have if we need to set up like a safe word, or like if we need to set up something like to where when you order a mushroom pizza, like we need to send help. We'll
Because I
come
know
get
ain't
you.
nobody ordering no mushroom pizza.
But does anybody else have any questions as far as the stream today? We covered path to affiliate. We covered how often to stream, how long to stream. We covered like viewer counts and averages. We covered chatters versus viewers. We covered different rating things. We covered networking. We covered socials, engaging with your chat. Is there anything else in here that anything else anybody has any questions on? No, I said he has to come in the Discord and blink at us.
Yeah,
He can't blink
see
at us through nothing. We can't see him
Yeah.
blinking through YouTube.
Hey, Dad, you want to stop? You know what I think about baseball? Hey, Dad.
I do. Yeah, you could. I mean, yeah, you could totally do that, Rod. I know people do it all the time. Abuse you? It's not abuse if you like it. All right, guys.
Yeah,
I'd like to thank everybody. Oh, good.
No, I was gonna say I think we pretty much covered everything that we wanted to.
Yep. Okay, I'll go on YouTube and tune in. All right, guys. So, I was reading the wrong one. I was reading his other chat from the comment over here. I looked up and I was like, what? Yeah, no, definitely, guys. Thank you all for coming through. Like I said, it was a good stream. This was our first one, kind of, our first try at this. So we'll go ahead. He's fine. She says, okay, we believe you.
And see how she said it in that tone of voice?
I know,
Wow.
exactly. No, I'd like to thank everybody for coming in. Much appreciated. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Call it a
Guess
day.
what?
Thank you all for coming through. Let's see if anybody is streaming right now. We can try and get these views
Today
over
was
to
the
somebody.
reason I did that.
Give me a second here. It looks like Newfie's actually streaming, guys. Let's go over and show Newfie some love from the YouTube. Everybody, please go click this link right now. Everybody go click this link. Remember the spikes.gg link is at the top. If everybody can click the spikes.gg at the top and log in with your Twitch, it'll help me out being one of their people that they invited to the thing. I don't know what happens out of it for my invite link. I don't know what they give you or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. But if you guys can, even if you don't plan on using it, just click on it and log in. It'll help me out. Hopefully I can get some kind of promotion with them for being one of their first people that they invited in. But try and use it. It might help you guys out. The spikes.gg app to clip your clips and also be able to edit them and post them without having to have any kind of editing software. Make sure you guys go check that out. And everybody, please click on the Noofs link right there. I believe it works. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, so it does work because I had to turn those on. Please click on the Noofs link right there. Go let them know that we're sending everybody in from there. So please go click that. And me and Country are going to be out of here. You got anything, Country?
No, I thank everybody for coming in here and excited to see what we come
Hey,
up
Dad,
with in the
guess
future.
what? I did something stupid with my.
All right, sounds good. I'll catch you guys all later. Stream. Thank you guys all for coming through and sitting through Mind Country's little non-affiliate course. Like I said, we'll be having more in the coming future. Thank you, Country.